Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how we're going to do day one. What you guys are going to do is get your bees and plots ready. So if you can see over to the side, here, I got my pasta cooking, or my water, I got my water boiling right here. All right. Each person is going to have their little container of dry pasta. Okay. Once that comes to a boil, which you guys can see, I got, water about 3/4 of the way up. We're gonna put our pasta in. Okay. You want to give that. I'm gonna move it over here so you guys can see. You want to keep stirring this so it does not clump up and go straight to the bottom. All right, keep that on high. Just keep an eye on it, okay? You don't want this to boil over. So this is day one. We're gonna get our pasta cooked off. That's number one. Number two is we're gonna cut up 1/4 of a bell pepper. So you have that for your pasta. You're gonna collect a piece of butter from me for your saute tomorrow. And then we're gonna get 1/4 cup of onion, okay? Somebody cut the end off, but I'm gonna do a quick recap of the dice. So you're gonna have your root facing out, cut down. Okay, turn it. Okay, cut your dice. Okay, I'm just gonna move that over. Okay, we're gonna move that to the side. So I'll put it in the bucket now. Second part, you're gonna take your pepper, go back, make sure you check your pasta. Typically the pasta takes about 8 minutes to cook, all right? I want you to test it, via take a piece out. I have, when you come to class, you have your phone that has a timer on it, you have the stove that has a timer on it, and then I have individual timers that have timers. So if you want to use one of mine, that's fine. Go cook this for about 8 minutes. Keep an eye on it, because once you form the starch up here, typically people would put oil in here, season it with salt. I didn't do all that today, only because I didn't want to overwhelm everybody with gathering all these different ingredients. So keep an eye on this, keep stirring it so it doesn't clump up, and check your time. With the pepper, you're going to take this, cut the ends off. Okay, cut. Then you're going to make a little incision on the side of this thing, and you're going to roll it to take out these veins, ribs, whatever different people call them, or call them different things. So you take that out, throw that away. I don't want that anymore. Save the ends, because these can be diced up as well. So each station, we're going to cut this in half, cut this in half. There's your 1/4 of a pepper. That's all you really need. Okay, so each person, this one pepper would give me 4 people's worth of peppers. So I'm going to take this piece, I'm going to cut. You're going to cut this into sticks, just like we do everything else. Cut into little strips. Take these pieces, line them up, go back, cut them. Okay, now, and you want to keep these small because you have to saute this. Okay, see how these are all broken or all cut? That's what I want. All right. So that's where this came from. Then I have onions over here. So what I want you guys to do once you have that, you're going to take your measuring cup. I just want a 1/4 cup of onions in the cup, and then a 1/4 cup of peppers. All right. And then once I give you the butter, keep the butter on the paper. Put the paper like this so it does not stick to that. You're going to put a lid on this, and then put your name on top with a marker and some tape. Meanwhile, once your pasta is done, which I'll come back to that, this will take 8 minutes to boil, typically 8 or 9. We're going to strain it with your strainer, which is at each station. We're going to run a little bit of cold water. Typically I don't do that. Usually I want to lay it out and put ice on it, but for time's sake, we're going to run some cold water to cool it down. The reason you don't want to do this typically is because you want the starch on that pasta to stick to the sauce. And then also that starch is your thickener. So you don't want to rinse it too much. You want to make sure it's still kind of sticky, but not hot. Okay. So I'm going to keep stirring this. Then I'll check back with you in like 2 seconds or 2-3 minutes.